Okay.
Leave my kitchen at once!
Okay.
Yes.
Please, I'm sorry, sir.
You'll have to leave. Too bad.
Restricted area. Okay.
Don't stay in here too long then.
What was the name, please?
Mr. Tobias Reaper.
We have a situation here. He's packing. Alarm. You. Alarm. He's packing. Alarm. You. This guy is loaded. He's packing. Alarm. You. Alarm. He's packing. Alarm. This guy is loaded.
Obviously, you are not invited here, mister.
Ho! Welcome back, everyone. How's it going? Give me a second here. Let me just get set up, get cozy, and we'll do some late night DS2. Some cozy late night DS2. Hold on. boy. Let me see here. Where is my capture card? Video capture device. Turn that on. Okay, let me just refresh because there might be some audio issues. There we go. That should sort out any audio issues. Okay. Now. Hold on. Let me make sure I can hear the game on my end. I can hear the game on my end. I can hear the console. Now let me make sure my stream elements is good to go. I have some people to thank here. We got some big generosity a few hours ago during the VODs. I'm sure some of you were here for that. An anonymous gifter, whoever you are, gifted a 100 pack 3 hours ago. 3 hours ago, someone gifted 100 subs. Good lord. Pew with the 10 pack as well. Thank you. Vildux with the 10. Thank you, Vildux. So hold on. Where are we here on the goal? Oh, Jesus. We're really close to the heavy rain goal. 2,971. We're close. Tomorrow, all these subs will be expiring. Tomorrow will be the apocalypse when all the subs from the start of last month start dropping off from when we began the subathon. So heavy rain will really be the only goal we're capable of reaching. Unfortunately for Crow. But yeah, how was the event? People are asking. Fucking smelly Lapoo is how I feel right now. Jesus Christ, I was sweating my balls off in the event. It was like a fucking concert. Like I showed, I posted some images. I'm sure some of you saw other images as well. Yeah, it was like a concert setup. Everyone was standing up. I got in there. There was a bar. Everyone was drinking. The crowd was getting like really rowdy anytime there was a sign of someone coming up onto the stage. You know, typical English crowd. People trying to start football chants. There was like there was a BB pod fucking like crowd surfing at one point. someone like just fucking shaking the BB pod up in the air. One guy had a doll man a figure, and I was in the merch shop and I didn't see anyone selling doll man figures, so I don't know where this guy got a doll man figure. He was shaking the fucking doll man figure up in the sky. Yeah, it was interesting. The event itself, the Kojima portion of the event, was very expected. It was pretty boring, you know, just Keely out on the stage with Aki translating, like just a lot of the fucking typical questions and answers you've heard a million times. There were two surprise guests. Norman Reedus was there. Leah Seydoux was there. They really weren't talking for very long, though. You know, Reedus, again, he has like fucking 3 prepared answers when talking about Kojima that he's been giving for like the last fucking 5+ years. He didn't really have much new to say, I don't think, from what I remember. Leah was cool, looking very beautiful in the flesh, even though she was just wearing like a normal ass jacket, completely covered up trousers, but her face was radiating a glow that was shining over the whole place. Kojima, I wasn't starstruck by Kojima at all. But Leah Seydoux's face, I was very struck by. Looking at Kojima, I was like, I've seen this guy a million fucking times on the screen, and he looks just like how he is on the screen. But I was definitely struck by Leah's beauty in the flesh. And you know, just her very low-key French accent when talking about, you know, the game, her involvement in the game. What else? What else do I have to talk about here? Caroline Polachek played on the beach live, which was brilliant. Really, really great performance. Churches were also there with a surprise performance. They played Death Stranding. I was much less impressed by Churches. I don't think their singer is all that great. But live, she's kind of wobbly. Not a very solid vocalist, so I was not too impressed by the Church's live performance of Death Stranding. But Polachek's performance was great, and I really like her track in the game. It's really grown on me the more I've listened to it. It's a really cool track. She had a bit of an interview as well. She was talking about the track. She said that she had kept that track in a treasure chest for like 10 years. She had written the music for it 10 years ago, but she couldn't find a way to fit it on one of her albums. She was, she meant to put it on an album way back, but she decided not to because it didn't really fit with the theme of the other albums. Kind of has this dark industrial vibe to it, dissonant kind of vibe to it. And yeah, it wasn't until Kojima called her up that she found a place for it, and that was in this game. The lyrics were written specifically for the game, but the music, or at least the bones of the music, had been recorded a long time ago. I bought an official Kojima Productions rubber duck in the merch shop. I bought a DHV Magellan shirt. And I bought a some Bridges emblem thing. I'm not sure what it is, but some fucking Bridges emblem that I can stick onto a bag or some shit. I haven't really looked at it. On sale in the merch shop were Kojima's outrageously expensive JF Ray collaboration glasses. His fucking like 400-pound glasses. No way I was buying any of this crazy expensive shit. There was like a fragile watch in there. There were various things that were just like absurdly priced. And then you had like, all the standard shirts and rubber ducks and shit that everyone was buying. So yeah, I just bought a couple of those standard things. What else happened? Oh yeah, I was standing beside some kid. I say kid, I don't know how old he was. He was probably like in his 20s or some shit, early 20s. And I was standing beside him for a good portion of the show. I was there early on, like kind of midway through up the crowd on the left-hand side. And we were waiting for a good while. This guy kept coming on the mic. The show will begin in 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes later, the show will begin in 15 minutes. So we were waiting for a while, and I got talking to this guy beside me. And we were... I think I forget who started the conversation. He started the conversation. And he just... he turned to me at one point and said, this is fairly wild, isn't it? Reacting to just how rowdy the crowd was getting with the chants and the fucking BB pods and the doll man figure. And I said, yeah, it's pretty nuts for just a little promotion show, whatever this is, a fucking Jeff Keighley interview. And he asked me, are you a big Kojima fan? And I said, yeah, I'm a pretty big Kojima fan. I've been playing his game since I was 7 years old. And I asked him, you've been playing Kojima games for long? And he said, since MGS4. He said MGS4 was the first game he played as a kid. Made me feel very old. And but the funniest... Hold on. The funny part of this interaction was when right before the event was about to start, I was just talking to him, and then all of a sudden, oh, the event is starting. And what does the event start with? A fucking trailer. And I should have been ready for this shit. I was like, oh god, I don't want to watch this shit. So my gut reaction is to just put my head down. I stop talking to this guy beside me and I put my head down. And then I notice in the corner of my eye, he sees me putting my head down while, you know, all the normal people in the crowd are just fucking looking at the trailer. So I notice him noticing me and my strange behavior, and I look up at him and I just say to him, I don't want to watch this shit. This guy spoils everything in his trailers. I don't want to watch this trailer. So he finds this incredibly amusing, and I just start laughing. I just start laughing with my head down as I'm trying to avoid this trailer, and he starts laughing as well, I think. And yeah, it was very, very funny, very silly. I think maybe that was the moment when he realized I really am some kind of crazed Kojima fan. You know, making sure that I don't want to see any of this shit. Or I don't know, I feel like it should be normal that you don't want to watch fucking trailers, especially Kojima trailers. Maybe he probably didn't know, you know? He was some Zoomer kid, you know. I don't know. Hold on one second. Let me take a let me take a drink of my water here. But I remember when the trailer first came on, I kind of had a moment to myself. I was like, am I going to just watch this? And then I said, no, I'm not. I'm going to stick to my rule. I'm going to look down. I'm not going to watch this shit. I'm assuming it was the launch trailer, you know, the most recent one. But, yeah, it was a funny little interaction I had with this guy. I'm trying to remember what else I was talking to him about. I was just kind of like, I wasn't really talking to him for very long, but just a little back and forth. Hey, you big Kojima fan? Yeah, you big Kojima fan? How long have you been playing these games for? And, yeah, he said the first game he played was MGS4. Hold on a second here. Would have been funnier if I covered my ears too. I didn't hear any spoilers. I did get some minor spoilers just by watching the interview, but nothing major. Does Kojima really spoil his games and trailers? Well, it depends what you mean, what you think of as a spoiler, but he shows clips generally from like all the cutscenes in the game. He just shows loads of shots of in-game cutscenes, and I just don't want to see those scenes. I'm okay with... I watched the first trailer, and I was okay with that. I don't mind getting a little taster, and then I'm good. But then he'll release another trailer, and another trailer, and another trailer with more clips from cutscenes, and more clips from more cutscenes, and more cutscenes. You know, I want to see the scenes for the first time when I'm playing the game itself, not in the trailers. I don't want to get to a cutscene in the game and then be thinking to myself, oh, this is from the trailer. I recognize this shot from the trailer. I want to be present in the moment, in the game, not being reminded of seeing these things in another context in a trailer. Hold on a second here. Did I shout no spoilers during the event? Could swear I heard... Were you there as well, Davwell? That was not me. No, I didn't shout a word. I was very well behaved. Hold on, let me just scroll up here. Did I walk away? Did I walk away from the guy I was standing next to? No, we did get kind of split up at one point, though. But I wasn't talking to him for very long, anyway. I think I was talking to him about something else now, but I can't remember. But yeah, it was just very, very minor, a very brief little chat. Hold on a second. I think I can't remember if I answered the question someone asked. Did I tell him I was a Twitch streamer? No. Didn't even show feet at Leah. No, but there was a funny little moment where Leah said in her low-key, sexy French accent, well, I hope you had fun playing with me in the game. And I'd love to ask him about the artwork in the game. Tell him how much I love the distro center design. Hold on. What's Shinkawa's English like? I have no idea. Yeah, I had a pretty nice time, Naps. Had a couple of beers as well. Had a couple of Stellas. Yeah, when it came to the event itself, the Polachek performance was probably what I enjoyed the most, and listening to her talk about the track. And aside from that, just looking at the crowd. The rowdy crowd, people throwing up BB pods, and... Oh yeah, there was a guy cosplaying as Kojima. He was pretty funny. There was another guy with like walking around with the BB pod attached to himself. Maybe he was the guy who was throwing up the pod as well. I think a few people had BB pods. But I only noticed one guy with that doll man doll. Okay. Man, it's warm. Again, anonymous pew with the big gift bombs. Cheers. I would have arrived shitty and done nothing but drink more. What do you mean arrived shitty? Smelling like shit? Looking like shit? Feeling like shit? Behaving like shit? All of the above? Damn, I wouldn't want to be around you then, Billy, at one of these events. Bad Humans, you said you had to sit beside someone who smelled like piss or something when you went to a Kojima event. You went to see some interview with him, didn't you, live? Like a year or so ago? You gave no description? I thought you gave some kind of description earlier on Discord. You said you commented on someone, you were someone's savory character you had to sit beside.
Good
Okay.
morning to you.
Okay. We might not go for very long tonight. I don't know what the plan is. How do I settle into the game now after all this excitement? 10,000 likes since I last played. Fez, using all my shit here. 152 other porters are pleased with me. 152 players are pleased with me. Oh my god. I've barely built anything. What are they getting pleased with? Maybe the one section of that monorail that I built? Automatic likes from the monorail? I wonder how many likes my ladder has now, the one that I built at the very start of the game. That one had 12,000 likes after like 2 days of playing the game. That one might be, that ladder might have went viral. Maybe they liked my zoo animals? Maybe. My zoo animals weren't getting a crazy amount of likes. Wow, 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 wow. But yeah, for DS1, when they did this tour thing, it was like a much bigger thing. They had like a recreation of Sam's private room that you could walk around inside and like examine the BB pod and all that shit. And they were there for like the whole day. Kojima and Shinkawa, both of them, talking to fans for like the entire day and letting them walk around the private room and showing them artwork and stuff. But I guess they were doing much more promotion for the first game when they were setting up their studio and everything. They were going harder on the marketing. Okay, I just want to kind of settle myself here and look around, wander around before we do anything. We reach this new part of the map now. I reckon next won't be long before we're heading up those mountains. See what the mountains are like in this. Hey there, Snake. Okay, right. Let's think about what I'm doing with this cargo. I think my private locker in the Magellan is stacked.
Thanks.
I'm being weighed down by these 30 orders I have on the go at the moment. Back down here. These are all the weapons I meant to bring with me to the fight with Neil. And I never ended up using them. I don't think any of the weapons came with me.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west.
The Chronobiologist.
Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Studying the effect of time on the environment. Timefall researcher. Okay. Trazdits with the Prime sub. Thank you. Cryptobiote variants. You're due to visit the Chronobiologist next. It seems they'd like to examine the new type of cryptobiote that's recently been found. This cargo must not be submerged in water. The journey involves traversing snowy mountains, so make sure you're well prepared. Okay, we'll do this. First trip up to the mountains. Offload it there. Okay. Let's stick all of this shit in the private locker here. Is it okay if you post your political manifesto in the chat? Nah, don't bother with that. Post it on my Discord or something, maybe. One second. Cryptobiote variants. Hey, Agnew. Good to see you.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Your political manifesto is Elle Fanning's feet. I hope we get to take pictures of her bare feet later. What is that photo mode for if we can't do that? What's even the point of it? Floating carriers. Trekking boots. Yeah. I'm wearing the combat boots at the moment. Let's Let's stick those on the clip. Let's wear the trekking boots. Okay, okay. Let me go back up to the Magellan as well before we get going here. Do we have anything new to fabricate? Oh yeah, we have the fucking Boca skeleton. This guy was going on and on about the Bocas at the end of the last session. Let's... Floating carrier, tar cannon. This allows me to carry an extra 160 kg, I think. Okay. Will I bring a rubber pizza with me? Go on, let's bring one rubber pizza. Just in case.
Perhaps you should take a break. I will always support you.
See you again. Be careful out there. This evil Apex smiley face. Caution, wear protective equipment. You heard wrong, Connor. Okay. Look at all this fucking shit. Let's drive this down to this guy's place. My private locker is full here, so I need somewhere to store this stuff. Down to this guy, and then we'll get going up these mountains. Our first trip into the mountains. There we go. Did I get to tell Kojima to kill Dollman? No, I didn't get to speak to him at all, so no chance. No opportunity. Okay. But if I went there earlier, I could have seen Shinkawa. What a shame. Oh my god, I have an unbelievable amount of shit in this truck. Right, stick it in there. Maybe bring... Fuck it, bring some blood grenades. Bring one of these.
Perhaps you should take a break. Please give it your all.
I wasn't taking note of anyone's height, bad humans. Okay, well, maybe I'll get back in this truck. Okay, over this way. Ooh. Zip lines. Let's bring some PCCs. Assuming zip lines are going to be useful in the mountains again. I don't even know how tall Kojima is. Right, what the fuck am I doing here? Fabrication and management. PCCs. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna have to recycle some more shit here. Oh, the coffin! We need a new coffin. Right, give me 4 PCCs and a coffin. What am I gonna have to sacrifice for this? Dog mine, floating carrier, destroyed sneaking boots? No problem. I bet the coffin is going to be useful up in the mountains. All right, let's hit the road. Yeah, let's hit the road. Maybe I don't want this bokeh suit. Hold on. Maybe I want a boost skeleton for the mountains. Maybe I want to move fast. Makes it much easier to traverse difficult terrain such as rivers, slopes, and snow. Boosting provides even greater stability, but will drain the battery. Let's bring a boost skeleton with us as well, just to test it, maybe. Okay, let's hit the road. Okay, we ready to roll? We good to go? I think we're good to go. Let's do it. Good to see you, Feeper. New territory here. That was fun surfing our way over here last time. Hey, Mr. Stunts. Everything's so Scooby. Feeling kinda doobie. Oh yeah, I bought an extra large drawbridge t-shirt as well. I thought the drawbridge shirt looked cool, but they didn't have any in my size, so I took an extra large one anyway. I'll wear it when I go to bed or something. Or put on a fuckload of weight just so I can wear it. The one I got in my size is the Magellan shirt. The shirts were like £20 or £20 or £25. I'm not sure. 20 or 25. The rubber duck. Hold on, let's see. Let me grab my bag full of goodies here. My name is Leah Seydoux. I like to work with Hideo. Very good. Okay. Okay. I have a feeling this Magellan shirt might be wrong. I remember, look, I couldn't see the logo on the shirt through the bag. So let me see if I even got the right fucking shirt here. Hold on. It's the wrong fucking shirt. It just has the DS2 logo on it with the strands coming down. Like just plain DS2 shirt. Fuck me. Okay, well the XL drawbridge shirt is definitely correct. And that one looks really cool. You know, it has the stick and rope line underneath it. The drawbridge logo in blue. Yeah, that one's cool. I didn't fuck up that one. I should have said something. I knew she was giving me the wrong shirt. I got the Kojima Productions rubber duck here. Cute little rubber duck, you know, just like the ducks you see in Sam's hot spring when he's taking a rest. There is no price on it. I can't remember how much I paid for this rubber duck. It wasn't crazy, though, I don't think. It was like £8 or something. Which is maybe a little silly for a rubber duck, but, you know. I was going in expecting much worse prices. And yeah, I got like a Bridges... Some Bridges badge thing. Some Bridges sticker thing. Yeah, and that's it. I didn't really go crazy on the merch. The big rubber duck was £15. You got one of them too. My rubber duck is not big. My rubber duck is pretty small. I think mine was like £8. What else did you get, Davwell? Did you get any other goodies? Ah, damn. I wanted that Magellan shirt. Okay. You got some of the package condition tape and a London tour shirt. Oh yeah, I noticed the tape. I didn't stop to really check to see what that was. I didn't really know what it was. But I saw it there. I didn't even really get to see everything in the shop. I just kind of had a quick little glance as I went through, picked up the duck and, you know, went up to the counter, asked at the counter for a couple of shirts. I didn't even really get to see everything that was there. £15 for a roll of tape. Okay, where are we gonna make this climb here? Through the forest here. Up here. Seems like a reasonable path to take. Let's
Commencing route creation.
let's start drawing our lines here.
Finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
Okay,
Delivery route finalized. Commencing route creation.
that'll do.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
What do I think about the UI compared to the first one? Even more cumbersome. Even more of a nightmare to navigate. But I also enjoy getting better at navigating it. Menuing in DS is a real skill that you need to learn. And it feels good when you get good at it, but it's incredibly it can take a while learning how to navigate it. Getting used to all the menus and sub-menus and what have you. All right, we have some more gazers here. Whoa. There's a golden boy. I think some guy was playing DS2 during the interview, like on his portable fucking PlayStation thing. Is there some way to play the game on like a PlayStation, on some portable thing related to the PS5? It's because they asked like, hey, who here is playing DS2? Who here has finished DS2? And like one guy held up his giant PS5 controller that looked like a Nintendo Switch. And he said, I'm playing it right now. And Kojima gave out a big laugh while he was pointing over at this guy with his big PS5 thing. Is that what do you call that thing? I'm really out of the loop with a lot of this shit. Was that a PS Portal? It looked like a Nintendo Switch. It would look like it was three times as wide as a Nintendo Switch. Portal. Wow. I don't know if I've ever heard that name before. I probably heard it when it was announced. Or when it first released. When did that thing come out? Right, it streams the game. I want to get some... I want to get some chiral crystals from this golden boy over here. My PCCs are going to get ripped to shreds by the time I get up there. It was a waste creating them, I bet. Look at you! Where do you think you're going? Crystals look nice. I like how they've increased the amount of detail, and some of these smaller elements are reused elements from the first game. Like, you'll notice that the strands are a bit more varied. The way the strands look in the sky, more detailed. The chiral crystals. Battle up. This guy is pretty high up. I'm not going to be able to cut that cord, am I? I can't. Okay, back in the truck. Another golden boy. Ah, Jesus Christ. There's so many of them. Fuck it, watch this. Until they all grab me before I start shaking and wasting my stamina. Oh, God. Fuck you. Let me check my cargo. Oof. Okay, just the container is damaged. I mean, I really don't care about my rank on main story orders anyway. It's only in standard orders where you get the legend, the legend, the legends. Right, fuck this truck. I should have just left the truck. Okay, how are these PCCs doing? Oh, the PCCs I left in the truck. Well, that's good. Stick those on my back. Take the coffin. Attach. And let's just go. Let's leave this truck to just rust here. Let it rot here. apartment. You want to have a drink or something there, maybe? Is that a coffin? It is, yeah. I'm going to switch from the Bacchus skeleton to the boost skeleton. Oh, I have a battle skeleton on me as well. Fuck it, just drop that. Offload it. Okay. There we go. Look at that speed. I'll be curious to see if
Thanks.
I end up choosing the Bacchus skeleton over this up in the mountains. Assuming I get more speed up in the mountains with this. Dunk with the 16, thank you.
Come on.
Yeah, we can use this coffin as a surfboard. And a hoverboard. And an incinerator. And a cardboard box. I can't imagine the incinerator function is really going to have much use, though. Are we really going to have an incentive to kill in this? Maybe. Don't say. Wearable device for the chronobiologist. I should have left the coffin. You know, I want to try and snowboard up in the mountains with the coffin, but I'm not going to really want to do that until I've made it up a bit first. Just dragging this thing behind me. Ah, fuck it. We'll keep bringing it. Rocky terrain here. Stamina's wearing quickly. Don't I have an enhancement for when it's raining? Improved coffin board. Improves the battery efficiency and damage resistance of the coffin boards. This enhancement has been developed following a thorough process of iterative optimization. Faster order prep. Makes the process of reissuing standard orders more efficient, meaning they spend less time on standby once completed. Okay. Enemy vitals. Battery efficiency. Self-driving, yeah. Instant cargo binding. This is what I was thinking of, the timefall generator. Recharges Sam's battery during periods of timefall. Okay. Hey there, Lord Oda. Well, given that I can't really move quickly here anyway, the Boca skeleton is probably better for stamina consumption when I'm moving up these hills. The lack of Pecco. Oh, hold on.
Pecco.
Okay, now we might be able to get a bit of speed here. That's what I should have shouted up to the stage. Pecco, Pecco. I don't think anyone did that. Should have tried to get a Pecco out of Norman. Spending time in areas with very low temperatures, such as the snowy mountains, will drain Sam's stamina. Be sure to keep an eye on your stamina levels. Ooh. Can't wait to see the visuals up here. Funny you should say that, Bloody Crow. Someone shouted up, "You're amazing." Or you're... What's the Keanu phrase? Is it "you're amazing"? Whatever it is, Redis responded. And he said, "Hey, I know what you're doing, the Keanu thing. You see, I'm in the know. You're breathtaking." That's it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he responded to it and said, "Hey, I'm not out of touch. I know what you're referencing."
Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe I will switch to the Boca skeleton. Ooh, right, we have an option here for it as well. That's nice. That's new. Christ. We have these new crypto biotes for stamina. that's pretty temporary.
Eyes open. Stay awake.
There's our spot. Let's just go up here and take a look. Can't see much here at night.
The delivery terminal to process your orders, Andrew.
Hey there, laser pants. You did. I probably won't be streaming for very long. You know, it's late, but I thought I'd try and come on and do a couple of hours.
I'll check your cargo right away. Wow, this is in flawless condition. I'm impressed. I mean it. I should have no trouble continuing my research. And it's all thanks to you.
You're welcome.
All right. Use your Cupid to connect to my shelter.
That's a big chunk. The chronobiologist.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster
Is this one
pace
of
than
Refn's
ever.
daughters?
Please accept this by way of thanks.
He's scanning the whole family. Oh! I wish I could have bought a tiny little crypto buyout like this instead of that giant 80-pound crypto buyout they were selling. Maybe they did have one of these because I didn't really get to have a proper look inside the store.
I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately.
Okay, are we going to start talking more about the extinction entities and all of this now? To mirror the mountains of the first game? That's when they really start getting into all that stuff in the first game. What's so special about chronobiotes?
They're cryptobiotes that have become infected with chiral microbes, parasites that induce changes in the host. Chronobiotes can accelerate various processes within the human body. Simply put, eating one should make everything around you appear to move more slowly.
Okay.
Much like Timefall, which ages everything. And the beach, where time stands still. This disruption of the natural temporal flow is linked to the underlying mechanisms of the Death Stranding. Continued study of chronobiotes should therefore help us to solve the greatest mystery of our times. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
Chronobiotes are related to extinction entities?
So I've heard a little bit about Hartman's research via the hydrologist. You know, the mass extinctions of trilobites, ammonites, and the dinosaurs. Well, apparently, all these ancient events were set in motion by extinction entities.
Right.
I'm told there was a human extinction entity as well. And that EEs had umbilical cords linking them to the beach, which could be why their fossilized remains were somehow unaffected by the passage of time. The parasitic chiral microbes that latch onto chronobiotes also originally came from the beach. So, you could even think of them as another form of umbilical tether linking their hosts to the other side. It's a pattern that shows we can't discount the possibility that a new EE might yet be born. And the reason why I believe further study of these microbes could help prevent another extinction event. Now that I have a chiral network connection, this sort of research should finally be possible.
What about these strange incidents?
Well, the porter who used to come through here was attacked by something. It was bad enough that they gave up doing delivery work for good. They still managed to deliver my last shipment, but it was covered with strange dents and markings. When I asked what had happened, they just said it was the work of the Headless Rider. People have been talking about the Rider for a while, actually. And there's this guy not far from here who's dedicated to studying strange mysteries like that. I sent him some details, and he said he'd need to ask around for someone to lend him a hand. You should keep your eyes peeled for trouble until he figures out what we're dealing with.
Okay, the Headless Rider.
Well, the port... It was...
Okay. Let me just get a refresher here as well.
And that... So, you could even... I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too.
Okay.
I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be able to follow me up the mountains too? Parasites. Hopefully Code Talker is lurking up here somewhere.
Back. Back.
Disengaging weapons response.
Warm water beneath my feet. New Magellan theme.
Back up.
It seems the groundwater around here is warmer than usual, and it's especially warm near the slope at the back of my shelter. I wonder what's causing it. Is there something down there? There's another hot spring, right? Fucking just gonna spoil it for me. Sometimes subterranean beach water warmed by the tar currents runs quite close to the surface. It's possible you might find a hot spring nearby, and now now the mother is gonna completely spoil it. Hold on a second here. What do I have? How are the PCCs looking? Oh, they're actually not too bad. Okay. I forgot to take off the hat for the scene.
We managed to learn a few more things about Nilvana. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
Yeah.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist
My
was.
wife.
Charlie. Can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist.
Yeah.
And your partner.
Ooh, we get to see her.
Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face.
Oh, wow.
I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often phobia. That's all she ever was to me.
Okay. I was trying my best not to get distracted by the hat. It was hard. I'll try and remember next time we go back for a scene to take it off. This fucking Pecco hat.
Sam, this is Charlie. A new assignment has been entered into the system. You've been asked to go and connect the metagenomicist to the network. Access the chronobiologist delivery terminal to find and undertake this main order.
Okay. Pretty major revelation there. I'm sure we'll learn more about the nature of Sam's relationship with Lucy. What did he say? I never had a family? She was my therapist, that's it? Okay. Let's take a look at the SSS. I spotted a cute kangaroo. That's really interesting to consider with the first game. You know, that's really going to reshape how you look at Sam during a lot of those scenes in the first game. Curious to see how they expand on this.
Thanks.
You know, the significance of the photograph. Maybe it isn't Sam and Lucy in that photograph. Anyway, curious. We'll see where that goes. Sniper, thank you for the 44. In my mind, he developed aphophosphobia after all of that shit went down with his family. But yeah, no, now I'm remembering the diary in... Wait a second. No, that can't be right. In Lucy's diary, don't they talk specifically about the relationship that they got into? They do. You read Lucy's words. You read her talk about her relationship with Sam. Anyway, we'll see where this goes. I'm sure there'll be more twists and turns. I managed to spot a kangaroo near Hartman's lab. I was able to take a snap before it ran away too, but the photo didn't come out very well. Every 21 minutes, my eyesight gets a pretty significant boost for a period of 3 minutes. Generally, it's a bit of a pain, but it does have its uses. She has the 21-minute syndrome as well. Okay. When you said this changes everything, I thought you were referring to the cute kangaroo. Maybe. Who knows? That could be true too. It runs in the Refn family. Yeah, I was gonna say. You can see that far away. I'm tempted to try and recruit you for the observatory. The kangaroo came this close to us. I had no idea. Wonder if there's going to be a Tsuchinoko. Dollman, what do you have to say about this?
No need to rush while getting ready. In your own time, Sam.
Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? You and Neil Vana have a stronger connection than I realized. There must be some reason why he keeps appearing before you in that mysterious realm. Admittedly, while we've only seen a few pieces of the larger puzzle, it may lead to discoveries you might struggle to accept. Nevertheless, I commend you for your courage in facing your past head-on thus far. I say this with the utmost sincerity.
Thank you, doll man.
When you consume a chronobiote, your perception of the world around you dramatically slows down for a brief period. It's not hard to imagine why that'd be beneficial in the middle of a fight. You'd have a much easier time lining up your shots, and you'd see enemy attacks coming long before they had a chance to hit you. I'm reminded of the difference in the passage of time experienced when we're on the beach. It stands to reason that both phenomena might be caused by microbes from the beach and their effects on our bodies when ingested. I don't really have anything else to say right now.
Let me take a look at my thing here. Didn't get any new camos recently. Still, the last one is still the AI camo. Dollman, you have any new stuff here? No, still the same colors. Yeah, we'll keep with the yellow paint color. Suitable. Right, let's hit the road. The hat again, as we're about to get dramatic here. Ooh, here she is again.
You really don't remember me.
That
woman just now, was that...
Lucy. That was Lucy.
Ah, yes. She was your therapist, wasn't she?
Okay, so we're looking through Neil's eyes, it would seem. Again, the focus on whatever that brand is.
Feels good.
Like the APAC president who also has the brand on his neck. Although that's different.
Sam, that is a veritable herd of chiral creatures. Far more than we're equipped to handle. We should hurry and get away while we still can.
Sam has the same tattoo? No. Not to my knowledge.
Back up. Back up.
Sam's tattoos are the exact same as Norman's tattoos. Yeah, the skull. And that one didn't look like a tattoo on Neil. It was like a brand. Let's go and see if we can build this hot spring here. Chiral Bridge. Where's the spring? I won't go past it this time, I swear. There it is. Oh, you think it ties into the constellation thing? Ah, Jesus, I thought she said it was right behind her bunker. Up here?
He's packing!
Low life with the 5-pack as well. Thank you.
Freezing.
Here we go.
Much obliged.
That should do.
Let there be water.
Another one. Well spotted, Sam. The hydrologist will be delighted to hear about it.
Do we have an estimate release for the second Control game? I'll definitely be checking that out. I really enjoyed the first game.
What's this, break time?
All right, we have a rest. We test it out here.
Truly soothing.
Placing cargo containers in this spring will cause the metals in the water to cling to their surface, repairing any dents or cracks. Okay. Just like free container spray in here.
What a wonderful feeling.
All right, doll man, do your thing. I miss not having the kangaroo here, though. Bravo.
Ah.
We needed that.
Oh, does the final line change depending on the spring when it's in reference to the spring? Okay. Back down we go.
Ooh, just the man I've been waiting for. The Metagenomicist's main order is prepped and ready for you. We'd like you to capture the timefall-resistant emu I identified and take it to her shelter. You might find the capturing part tricky, but if you're real quiet, you shouldn't have too much trouble getting close. Now, this emu appears to possess certain unique temporal properties. It may well have some kind of connection to extinction entities as well. The Metagenomicist might have different insights into its nature given her specialization, though. Personally, I'm hoping this might lead us to a major breakthrough. Also, there's another order I want you to handle when you have a moment. It's related to those strange incidents I mentioned earlier. They might not be occurring right on my doorstep, per se, but they're still very troubling. Help us out, Sam.
Okay. I don't think so, Turk. Should be interesting to see Fizzint, too, when we get info on that. Kojima's return to pure stealth action. Sigint, human, Fizzint. Physical intelligence. Deliver timefall resistant emu to the Metagenomicist. An emu that can survive exposure to timefall has been discovered, and she wants to research the curious creature. Deliver the timefall resistant emu to the Metagenomicist so she may unravel its mysteries. Isn't still be in completely new IP, yeah. No, OD overdose is the cloud experiment. Who knows what'll become of that? Recover fluid for growing artificial organs from the designated location and deliver them to the chronobiologist. The focus of this delivery is the condition of the cargo. Okay. Well, we can do that a bit later. Deliver the proof of an attack to the Ghost Hunter. The Ghost Hunter. Okay, interesting. The Headless Rider. The Ghost Hunter is currently looking into the Headless Rider, who is said to attack porters. The chronobiologist has evidence of the rider's existence. To get to the bottom of the mystery, deliver the proof of an attack to the Ghost Hunter. Okay. We'll take that. Fuck it, I'll accept all these orders. Fragile cargo.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'd much rather see Kojima expand on his stealth ideas with the other IPs instead of going back to MGS. And I mean, that's just... what are the odds on that ever happening, given that he's gone from Konami? Okay. Houseplant seedling. Okay. Right, so we're gonna have to go all the way back down there for the emu as well. We're not, we're going back down. We're not gonna be just trekking through the mountains non-stop here. Okay, right, we'll take a stop off at the Ghost Hunter first. Head back down the hill here. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Fizzint has any DS-like elements in it. The way DS incorporates MGS elements. But where it isn't really at the core of the game. The opposite might be the case with Fizzint, where it's more of a pure stealth action game, but maybe some DS style elements on the side. Go easy now. Oh my god. That's quite a pretty view here. Go.
Just a bit further now.
The pizza scene was hilarious. Cool how it was optional too. Fun little discovery. Recognizing the Masinga as a significant item from the first game.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Oh, hey. I appreciate you coming all this way. Allow me to take a look at that cargo you're carrying. Care of this, I see. Ought to make my research easier.
Nice, another Aussie. It's been a while since we've had one.
Huh. Didn't expect you to bring me this, but I'm glad you did.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, I finished examining that cargo you brought on over. Now, I know this isn't your fault, but this thing has been absolutely savaged. I highly doubt human or animal involvement. Kinda looks as though it was battered with a large heavy pole, but... And there are also parts that appear to have been melted. Not to mention the unusual tie marks imprinted on the surface. Putting all the pieces together, I reckon this is likely the work of the Headless Rider I've heard rumors about. In all honesty, though, seems like it was set upon by not one, but several riders. Sheer damage is proof enough of that. Yeah, we're looking for multiple villains, I'd say. They won't come out and wreak havoc at just any old time. There's gotta be a reason they attack travelers when they do. Mind helping me figure out what that reason is? That way we can set the minds of porters like you at ease. Once we know more about them, I can use that chiral network to enlighten everyone else, too. Indulge my curiosity and I'd be happy for you to hook me up, is what I'm trying to say. If you're keen to do so, and pick up the sub-order I posted.
Okay.
I've included the relevant information in the order details. Be sure to look it over should you choose to take it on.
Order completed. Well done.
Elimination. The Ghost Hunter has proved the Headless Riders really do exist. And it seems they attack porters who ride tri-cruisers at night. Head to the scene of the attacks to uncover the riders' identities and deal with them. This order cannot be cancelled once accepted. Alright, we have to take a look at this.
Order accepted. Thank you.
But now I'm gonna have to go get a bike. Shotgun level 2, blood grenades. Yeah, let's just roll with what we have here.
Okay, Sam. Why don't we begin by considering what we already know?
Well, I know that my controller needs to be charged. Hold on 1 second, doll man, and I'll let you continue your backseating. I probably won't be streaming for much longer, guys. The tiredness is starting to kick in now. Now that I'm back and I'm settled. But I thought I'd try and do a little stream, a little session. Hold on. Oh boy. Do I have beers? No, I had two. They were what? Like probably like 3/4 pints. They definitely weren't full pints. Stella. I was drinking at the event.
If nothing comes to mind, take a look
Thanks.
at the order details to refresh your
Stella and water. Lettuce with the 56. Thank you. How much was one? Ooh, like £8.
Snack.
Maybe $7.50. Yeah, I had a good time, Laser Pants. I explained the whole thing at the start of the stream if you want to take a look. I'm not going to go over the whole thing again, but yeah, it was fun. Okay. £8 for what? Like a 3/4 pint of Stella Artois. But yeah, you're always going to get ripped off inside these events. No, Mango, there weren't any meet and greets or anything like that. If I got there early, I might have had the chance to meet Shinkawa. Shinkawa was there drawing artwork and talking to fans. If I had known he was there early, I might have tried to head off a bit earlier. Would have loved to have gotten to meet Shinkawa. But who knows? Maybe in the future sometime.
Look down.
I'm sure they'll be back again. Another coffin just lying there. Kind of cool just to come across this visually. Kind of a gloomy image. Random coffin on the side of the road.
You're mine.
Wowzer!
Gotcha.
Okay, I need a tri-cruiser. Okay, we can do a few things at the same time here. We'll go over here, grab this emu. Maybe head over to the data scientist. Head somewhere where we can create a bike. I might not be able to create a bike over there. I can only create... oh, I could maybe call the Magellan down. Get the Magellan to spawn somewhere over here and create a bike on the Magellan. At the smaller preppers, you can't create vehicles, right? You have to go up to a distro center or the Magellan, or maybe Hartman's lab is big enough. Okay. I can do what? Nothing I said there was particularly new, I don't think, when compared to DS1. Apart from the Magellan. I guess that's new. sending the Magellan around and using the Magellan to create a vehicle. That's new. Hey, Mrs. Tattooed, by the way. Secret pizza sauce.
Gotcha. You've recovered everything then. Great. Let's get it delivered.
Snack.
Have to grab the pizza sauce. Hey there, Fergatronus. At what point will the game give you a straight-up hovercraft or something? With the fucking coffin board is pretty much a hovercraft, isn't it? If that isn't a hovercraft, I don't know what a hovercraft is. Okay. Where can I send the Magellan? Over to the data scientist. Where's my nearest generator? Up here. Let's take it slow here. Water really drains the battery of this thing. I'm not anti-Conan. I like Conan. I just think in the world of Death Stranding, Bakura is a better fit than Conan. But maybe Conan got an upgrade for this game. Maybe it's going to be Cyborg Conan or something. Jeff makes more sense too than Conan. Why make her a data scientist? I feel like it kind of fits in a way in the game's crazy digital social media world, that she would be like a futuristic kind of character like that. You know, like an AI scientist. Bakura is the digital age. She is the world of Death Stranding. Conan's a fucking ancient dinosaur from TV. Bakura fits as a part of this social media digital world that Death Stranding exists in. She's a part of the gaming landscape and works better as a symbol of the digital age. Conan's a dinosaur. He doesn't belong in this world. Bakura's the future. Bakura's the present. Pecco. And Jeff plays the character of Kojima's biggest fanboy. So that fits. And he's one of Kojima's real connections. So it works in that meta sense. Conan's a purely... He's just a straight up marketing connection.
To be honest, Sam, I'm at a bit of a loss here.
Maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe Kojima has a real bond with Conan. I'm sure there's a reason he went for Conan over those other clowns. Like I've said a million times, thank Christ it isn't Fallon or Kimmel. Jesus. Then it'd really be a cynical marketing connection. I bet he did pick Conan because he thought he was genuinely cool. Conan is cool.
For now, why don't we go to the site of the last attack and see if...
Well, maybe I should be nicer, you know, because Conan's keeping up to date too. You know, he has his fucking podcast and everything, right? But everyone and their uncle has a podcast.
This is the spot where it was last seen. Emus
Anyway, I'm just playing.
This search may take a while.
I've no beef with Conan. This is what happens when you bring Raguchi into your Discord. These aren't hot takes. Right, where the hell am I going? Noble Rot Wine. Right, we have an emu to catch here, right? Hold on. Do I have a bowler gun? Fucking we'll electrocute him with this rod, maybe. Throw some pizza at his head. Yeah, maybe I'll go for the pizza attack on the emu. Hold on. Watch this. Lighting looks nice here. Like the way the Timefall shelter looks. Son of a bitch. Back up. How do I do the thing again? R2 and circle. Right. I don't need it equipped, do I? Yeah. Prepare to be amazed. Ah! Okay. Watch this.
Pecco.
Hold on. Let's. How much distance do I get with this?
Pecco!
Ah, not much distance. Okay, right, fuck it. Change of plan.
Let's go!
Ooh. You little bastard, I'm gonna get you with this.
Thanks. Let's go!
You can actually spin. You can move while you're peccoing. That was so close to clipping him.
Let's go! Let's go!
Ooh. All right, fuck it. I give up. I'm just gonna punch him.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
How about that? Non-lethal, perfectly fine. Ooh, that's a fancy case, gold. We usually get silver, right?
You've secured the animal. Let's deliver it to the metagenomicist.
You're a fan of the Pecco as well, Agnew? It's made me laugh many, many times. It's made me laugh out loud many times so far. I'm a big fan. Some big hearty laughs too. It's gotten out of me. Sometimes it's just so funny when he goes off, when he goes crazy with it. It's how unpredictable it is. It's very random. He'll go crazy with it when you don't expect it. And it seems like there might be a logic to it as well. Like it isn't always random. So that's kind of fun to think about too. Like when we made it down into the pizza guy's place for the first time and he was just going crazy with the Pecco. You know, like he was getting excited about this mystery of what the pizza place was doing, what was going on in the pizza place. Another destroyed coffin here. Right, where's my truck? Oh, it's the bright flashing light, yes.
Delivery route.
That looked way further away on the map. Okay. Oh, nice, Ash. Yeah. Yeah, those 80-pound crypto biotes, they're huge. I should have bought one. Nah, I shouldn't have, actually. Never mind. 80 fucking pounds.
Chiral creatures can travel in groups of several hundred individuals. If you intend to face them, explosive ordnance is your only viable option. Pick out as many as you can at once.
I'm good. Now, what's my next plan? I need a bike for this Ghost Rider guy. Right, up to the Magellan.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
We need some battery as well here. See you on the beach, see you on the beach. Fuck it, I may as well plant one here. Might as well do my part.
Let's do this.
Construction process now complete.
Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Looking at the lights. The structures look nice at night. Oh, Christ. That's a lot of rust.
Speckle. Nice repair job. She's practically sparkling.
Now, I'm not gonna have space for all this shit, am I? We're already packed up here. Ah, we can recycle some of this shit. All these tools. Recycle all this stuff. There we go. Now. Oh, the secret pizza sauce is for Pecora. She's addicted to the pizza. Oh, yeah, we had an issue with the animals before, not being able to store them. Ah, Jesus. Okay, that's okay. We can... Maybe I can just leave this here? Just in the Magellan, outside the locker, and go off and do my thing, and then come back here? I wonder what the game does with stuff that you just... Like, let's say I leave something on the ground here, but it's still inside the Magellan. While my private locker is full. Well, not that this can go in the private locker anyway. If I then choose to teleport with the Magellan, will this stay inside the Magellan with me on the floor? I'll have to test it. You know, can we cheese the private locker and just put a load of shit on the floor in the Magellan and then teleport with it? Right. Let me fabricate a tri-cruiser.
Back up.
Is Sam happy there? I'm assuming he's pleased to see the bike. Yes, we're ready to go. I approve of this. Okay. Oh. Okay, we're going all the way over here. Wait, I thought... Hold on. Yeah, no, we're going all the way over here. Ah, living cargo has been detected on board the DHV Magellan. The risk of chiral contamination means the ship is unable to move with living cargo on board. Please remove the living cargo from the ship before departure. Okay. I guess I'll stick it in a post box then. I probably won't be allowed to stick it in a post box either. This poor emu. Fuck it. How much does it weigh me down here? I'm just gonna take you with me to the Headless Rider. So with this fucking thing... Although with the Boca skeleton, I think... Hold on, let's see how much we can carry with the Boca skeleton. Boost skeleton. What am I wearing at the moment? I'm wearing the Boca skeleton. Okay. Let me just test something here. Can I entrust this delivery? I don't think I can, right? Because it's a main order. Let's test it and see if I can stick this emu inside a post box. Or what about... This is Pecora's place, right? Pecora, can I stick this in your post box? Fuck. Okay, how about we just test to see... I'm not sure what the deal is in this game with, like, leaving your cargo. You can definitely travel a much further distance away from your cargo in this compared to DS1 before it respawns. I think it might be time-based in this, and you can just go any distance. Let's just leave the fucking animal here and see what happens. Right? It's not like it'll be too much of a hassle to go out and get it again. Let's just test it. Okay, now we're gonna go get some more weapons and finally head out to this headless rider. Shotgun, just bring some of this crap. Boost skeleton. Still haven't tested these dog mines. I can't just say that. What did I say? My mistreatment of the animal here? Sorry, I've just been staring at the screen for the last while. You need to stay focused on these menus or, you know, it'll take you twice as long. I start glancing at the chat and then I start rambling and it's a fucking another half an hour on this menu. Okay, we'll hold on to these gloves. Ah, we can get over there quickly on the bike.
He's packing!
Hey, Solistaire with the 5-pack. Thank you. He's packing! Oh, sticking things in Pecora's box. I see, I see. Okay. I should have attached some batteries to this thing. I need to go back to do that, don't I? Hold on. We're going back. We're going back. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Give me one of those. Give me another one of those. Armor components. Fuck it. Give me one of those too. Is he gonna say Pecco again? That poor emu. Hey! All right, off we go. I hope I brought a PCC. I don't think I did. We need to find these guys on the network here. We need to hook these optional guys up.
Thanks.
Moon Priestess, thank you for the 6. And again, Solistaire, cheers for the 5. They're still highlighting it on the map there, my poor emu. Oh wait, have we met the goal? Did we meet the heavy rain goal? Did I miss it? Did I not notice?
Definitely not alone.
17 to go.
He's packing!
Oh, man. Moon Priestess with the 5 as well. Thank you. Looks like we might be getting this heavy rain. Cheers. Thank you, Moon Priestess. I finally started DS for the first time, and despite knowing most of the big story moments, you're really enjoying it. Hey, I'm glad to hear. It can be an acquired taste. Do I like this one so far more than DS1? Oh, it might take me a while before I really know the answer to that question. So, you know, I need to finish this game, digest it. But I am really enjoying this quite a bit so far too. And I think it's a big improvement in many ways. Big improvements all across the board. Oh, wow, look at this. I wonder, is this supposed to be the plate gate or something? As it started to gradually form as we've been hooking up the network? That would be a really cool detail if you could see the plate gate gradually manifest. But it's probably not that. It's probably not the plate gate.
Thanks.
Naps, thank you very much for gifting us up to Tay. Some kind of nebula. Hold on 1 second, guys. Wonder what the deal is with that giant moon, too.
Thanks.
Isn't it a Magellanic Cloud? No, the Magellanic Cloud, I think, is another kind of formation that you see in the sky sometimes. This is something else. And the moon is something else. Whatever that moon is. I'm not even sure if that other thing is the Magellanic Cloud, but I think it might be. Yeah, I don't think that's the Magellanic Cloud, Kuwabara.
Sam, the headless rider attacks were reported in this area. Look around. See anything strange?
Okay, are you gonna point out everything here that's strange? Would make sense because of the ship. Yeah, that's why that's how I found out about it. I was looking into Magellan and learned about the cloud, and then I saw how reminiscent it was of one of the formations that we saw up in the sky. But that's something new. I'll point out what I think the Magellanic Cloud is when I see it again. Magellanic. Big boy with the 45. Thank you. Okay, follow the trail of bikes then, I guess.
Sam, about the headless riders we're after. I've been thinking, what if we were to try replicating the conditions of the previously reported attacks? Road at night, try cruising.
I was just thinking it has to be at night.
I've got it. We should take an evening spin near the site the attacks took place.
Fucking assholes, all man.
Gotta stretch my legs.
Back
Dollman is worse than Die Hardman. Die Hardman doesn't backseat you through the Mads encounters. Die Hardman mainly yaps at like the start of an order, but then when you're out in the world, he'll keep his mouth shut. Only for very specific situations. What's annoying about Dollman is the way he commentates on your gameplay when you're in the moment. When you're in like the moment-to-moment traversal of main orders, or like moment-to-moment gameplay of combat situations, reminding you of, hey, you're done with your delivery now, let's go and deliver it. It's you know, Die Hardman never really did that. He didn't backseat you like that. He was more of like a Kaz mission briefing kind of guy. Although Kaz and Ocelot are way worse than Die Hardman during gameplay. Yeah, I know. I'd take Die Hardman any day over fucking Dollman. But he hasn't been all bad. He's kept his mouth shut sometimes for big encounters. You know, it was really nice for the Higgs cyborg guys. He never said anything about that fight, which was really nice. You know, he wasn't giving away all of the different things that I could do with them. You were just allowed to experiment yourself with those sequences, which was really nice. Kind of uncharacteristic for the game, really. But yeah, I don't know. It just feels particularly disruptive to the kind of game this is as well, where it was such a nice part of the first game, just being able to be out in the world, just with Sam and your own thoughts, in silence, taking in the land, you know, and kind of Dollman, he kind of disrupts that in this. Die Hardman could be really bad in the first game, but you know, when you're out in the environment, he really didn't chime in all that much. Sometimes he could be jarring in a few moments in the game, but he wasn't nearly as frequent as Dollman. When you're like in actual gameplay situations, in moment-to-moment gameplay situations. You know, he mainly yapped on at the very beginning of an order as you were setting out, and then he would keep his mouth shut once you were out and in the environment. Squid fight, yeah, it's, again, but it seems like some people have had it seems to be kind of random. Like I was watching someone stream the squid fight and he wasn't really yapping at all during that fight compared to how he was with me, where he was like commenting on every single fucking move I made. It seems like for the Neil fights, he does it for everyone, though. I haven't heard anyone say he never really talked during that fight. He seems to go off with that one. With the second fight, he wasn't as bad, at least. But yeah, it'd be really nice to get the option to shut him up. For the Neil fights especially, it's just, it takes a sledgehammer to the atmosphere of the scenario. It can fit more in Metal Gear, like say when Otacon is being annoying in MGS4. It doesn't feel like it clashes as much tonally. But the atmosphere of Death Stranding is far more delicate, I think, and much more easier to disrupt with that kind of backseating.
Thanks.
When you have these big surrealistic moments without any dialogue, and then suddenly this fucking guy comes in yapping. It doesn't land well. Ako-sun with the sub, thank you very much. Hug please with the 26 as well, thank you. Okay. Yeah, limit break. I just wish we had the option, you know? I have no problem with having him there as an option.
He's packing!
If I sleep here, time will pass, yes? Bluey with the 5-pack as well, thank you.
no end to this rain.
Die Hardman would spoil puzzles and stuff like this too, though, in DS1. Like the infamous moment where you have to cross the tar belt, and the game can't help but try and backseat you every step of the way through it. Emails, and then if you don't solve it by reading the emails within a certain amount of time, Die Hardman will come in and just spell it out for you. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, he didn't really moment-to-moment backseat like Dollman does. Okay. Let's go see what happens here.
Thanks.
Hey, Finvara with the 2 as well. Thank you. Are we there? We got it? And how suitable. Look at the weather. Are we inside the chiral network here? If I decide to keep the subathon going for a bit longer, though I'll probably put a cap on it soon.
What's happened to it? Don't tell me it's been hacked.
Oh!
the air. Up, up, and away! Highway in the sky. And now we find ourselves trapped. You ready for anything, Sam?
Ghost bikes!
Let the headless riders get away.
Okay.
Welcome, Sam.
Oh!
This little stage here is special for you and you alone.
Okay.
I know you're gonna make the most of it.
Hits! These must be ghost mechs? I suppose there were no headless riders after all then. We need to destroy them all. Let's get a move on, Sam.
I wonder, can I listen to my own music while I do this? Didn't destroy that one.
That's how you do it, Sam.
Whoa! He stole that one from Cloud. I'm out of ammo. Fuck me. Equip your gun, Sam. Empty. Oh, right. Did I? Grenade launcher. I see.
Sam, can you hear me? Wake up.
You've beaten the game and you've never seen this? I guess it's an optional order. You don't have to do it. Fuck you! Okay. How about these boys? You want to give me some weapons to make my life a bit easier here? Okay, seems like it might be a bit of a challenge to do this well. Oh, I didn't fucking see you, man. Yeah, I need weapons. Can I ram into them? I can pick cargo up while I'm in the bike. I didn't know that. An in-game tip that I missed. What was the in-game tip? I noticed it told me to, like, it said if I boosted I could hit into them, I think, at some point. It was fun, Paul. It was like a concert. Churches were there. They played, and Caroline Polachek performed too. Churches weren't all that great, but the Polachek performance was good. And then Kojima came out. Keeley was interviewing him. I talk about it at the start of the stream if you want to hear me go into more detail on it. Check out the start of the stream. I can ram for damage. Right, okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought I could with a full boost. Oh! Nice, okay. Oh my
Can you
god.
hear me? Wake up!
Oh, that's just their shadows. No. I kind of want to have another crack at this from the beginning.
Well fought, Sam. I think you took care of every last one. Highway disappearing? This isn't good, Sam. Oh! Ah!
Okay, it only took 1 million repatriations.
Seems the day is ours, Sam. Oh, what a relief to have made it safely back to the ground. There's no sign of our adversaries. The strange road has vanished without a trace, too. Everything seems fine now. Let's go and give the ghost hunter the good news.
Part of me that wants to reload a save and have another crack at it. If I have a save. 10:45. 15 minutes ago. We're going to get a terrible rank here. And even though this, I think, is classed as a main story order. So I might not even be able to get Legend of Legends. Ah, fuck it. No, we'll keep going. We'll do this. We'll learn how to do this properly some other time. Someone said they went through the whole playthrough without experiencing that one. Oh. Emergency. Give me the emergency buff here. I wonder, are there any cool tricks you can do during the fight, or if it is just a straight shooter. Given that you're fighting against BTs there, you know, you might be able to do something interesting. It did feel a bit jank first time through, but seems like it also might be fun to learn on repeat runs if you want to do it well. Okay, what the hell am I doing? Where am I going? Maybe we'll get that later, Kuwabar. Maybe Higgs will join in. Maybe we'll be getting more of these Ghost Rider sequences. I hope they start tying in vehicle combat more into, like, just normal orders with the bandits and stuff. Like Mad Max style, them trying to ram you off the road, destroying cargo in your truck and shit. That'd be cool. We've had a little bit of that, you know, truck combat. It's cool how you can tie those guns to your trucks now. Hey, see you later, Bellator. Okay, where am I going? Back over to this guy. We also have the emu. Is that still back there, I wonder? Or did it despawn? I think it might have despawned. Did any of you guys try and get a good rank on the bike chase there? Oh god, the bike. Wasn't even thinking. What am I going to do about this bike? Timefall shelter, truck. Did we do the crazy thing with the bike yet he talked about? We just did it. We had to fight against a load of ghost bikes. On a racing course. And I got my ass handed to me many times. I had to repatriate like 10 times to get through it. What the hell am I looking for here? I'm getting tired, man. I need to go to bed soon. PCCs. Yeah, we have no PCCs. We have no generators. Do we have any post boxes? Let's switch over and pick up this truck at the end of the road, and then we'll use that.
Right. Got a little cargo on himself in the back.
Okay, I'll probably finish this order and then wrap up.
Commencing route creation.
Back to this guy. Oh, man.
Now leaving neural network coverage.
Wonder if you can use the spears while driving. I don't think when you drive the bikes normally you can use weapons, right? Do they just allow you to use weapons for those specific sequences? Maybe I'm misremembering, but on the regular trikes you can't use weapons like you can on the truck, right? But you can. Oh wow, I thought that was a new introduction with the truck being able to use weapons. You can are you saying you can use the spears as well? But yeah, their attacks seem kind of jank at times. But also seems like it might be a fun little sequence to master. Maybe there are some other things you can do to manipulate them.
Good morning to you.
Beckle.
Okay, here you go.
Well. Handled that job for me, huh? Let me just review the order details. That was a hard-won fight. I shouldn't have asked you to go to such lengths for me.
I'll take my shitty rank. Black Drift, we get the music.
I feel as though I can really trust you. We forged the bond, you and I.
Kid Rock.
To increase the amount of materials you can withdraw from me.
Aussie Kid Rock. Cheers, man.
All right. I'm ready to join the Chiral network.
Are you quoting Kid Rock, Bad Humans? Is this a Kid Rock thing that I don't know about? The Ghost Hunter. You know, I kind of want to go back and have another crack at that bike chase. I'm still thinking about it. I want to experiment a bit more with it. I wasn't sure what I was doing with my movement a lot of the time when I was going into boost and coming out of boost and boosting while using my guns at the same time. Maybe I'll go back there and try it one more time before I wrap up. I kind of want to see how much of it was my own fault, how much of it was jank. And I just want to learn it a bit more. Learn what's up with that sequence. Maybe I'll turn off my cheesy A-Pass auto-aim enhancements too. Woodland. A suit designed specifically for making deliveries. S-size cargo can be attached to the shoulders and the hips. Its pattern will camouflage you in muddy or mossy environments. A rocket launcher shaped like a piece of cargo and loaded with powerful MP warheads. Definitely not 90% jank, but a bit of jank. But it might still be fun even with the jank to master. Just felt like some of their attacks were wonky. 120%? I'd say 30%. 30% jank is still a fair bit of jank, you know? Right, what the fuck am I looking at here? A rocket box. A rocket launcher shaped like a piece of cargo and loaded with powerful MP warheads. The rockets can lock onto multiple targets and will be fired once the box is thrown into the air. The type of damage inflicted depends on the target. Okay. Okay, so we just throw the box up into the air, and then while it's in the air, these rockets come out and auto-target.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Thanks to you, we can finally close the book on the mystery of the Headless Riders. Troubling rumors like that have a way of putting everyone on edge. Makes them want to stay inside all the more. Out here especially. Saw too many people cutting ties and keeping to themselves. Can't say any of us anticipated that the Riders would be ghost mechs, though. And those mechs have something to do with Higgs, too. Isn't that right? Well, now that we know the truth of the matter, we can come up with ways to combat them and their tactics. Then, maybe it'll feel like we're actually making some progress at long last. You know, you've got the makings of a real ghost hunter. I've shared with you some schematics for my favorite tools of the trade. A rocket box and a camo suit pattern. The rocket box fires MP warheads. It's a portable, versatile weapon that's perfect for dealing with all kinds of enemies.
What exactly does a ghost hunter do?
Ever since the death Stranding, sightings of paranormal phenomena have been steadily increasing. Though a lot of these can be chalked up to simple misperception or misinformation. Among all these claims, tales of supernatural entities are especially common these days. And as a ghost hunter, I investigate the more promising reports to see if there's any truth to them. Fortunately, it's not feasible for me to go out and do research right now. So I have to rely on others to do my fieldwork for me.
Hey there, Sea Moose. Okay, what's the rocket box?
All you have to do is aim and throw. It fires several projectiles at once, which can lock onto multiple targets in range. Though, if you want to pummel a single enemy with overwhelming force, well, that's a viable option too. It's great for incapacitating humans, killing BTs, or disabling mechs as needed. It's quick and easy to use, so consider keeping one on hand for emergencies.
And you know about Higgs?
I'd heard a few stories about the red-clad warriors before you came through. That Higgs might be the one leading them came as quite the shock. He's the same bastard that's been distributing weapons all over the place, right? Trying to get everyone to take up arms and sow discord. Forming lasting connections is out of the question if we can't find common ground. The spread of weapons and violence is a lot more terrifying than any sort of paranormal activity, if you ask me.
Okay, I best get going.
Done some wonderful work for me, Sam. So much so that I'd love it if you could continue. I intend to carry on with my research. There are a few things that I'm still pretty curious about. Maybe they're nothing more than baseless rumors, but if any seem promising, I'll contact you via the SSS. I hope I can count on you when the time comes. Good luck with your deliveries. Take care.
Okay, curious to see where this goes. Ghost hunting. Everything here is destroyed. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, maybe I can't take that order on again. Yeah, maybe you can't redo main story orders after you finish them. Deliver back issues of a legendary occult magazine. Over to the pizza chef. It's the kind of shit Mamoru Oshii's into. 30 kg, I'll take that. Oh, there's a lot of comments here. The Headless Riders unmasked. I finally figured out the truth about the Headless Riders, who've been attacking porters night after night. Is this guy stealing my thunder here? Is he getting all these likes on my fucking behalf here? you guess who was behind it? Turns out all the rumors about an all-new model of Ghost Mech were true. Fortunately, the Ghost Mechs responsible for terrorizing the roads were sent packing after a fierce battle. That hopefully means there'll be no more attacks on porters for a while. But there's no way of knowing when the Ghost Mechs might come back. Be careful out there, everyone. I like how he's just posting comment after comment after comment here. He's like some of you guys in chat sometimes. Breaking your essays up into multiple sections and just spamming the chat. One guy clogging up the whole chat, not leaving room for anyone else. But there's no way of knowing when the Ghost Mechs might come back. Be careful out there. And local porters respond at the end. Knowing what's behind the attacks doesn't make them less scary. I'll be taking extra care whenever I travel at night. Nice. Okay. I need to get some food. So I better stop here. It's very late. If I want to keep my sleep schedule intact... Oh, sorry, boys. If I want to keep my sleep schedule intact, it's best we stop here. I'll let Sam rest so we get a save.
Oh, that's right. Let's just sit here for a second and meditate.
That's right, Sam. There you go. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Guys, sorry for the short session today, but I was away at that event. I'm just glad I got to do a couple of hours at the very least. Cheers again for the heavy rain goal. I need to start thinking about when we do that heavy rain playthrough. We'll try and do it soon. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow, but we'll definitely get to it soon. Within the next few days. And maybe even tomorrow. We'll see. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll get back to the Silent Hill Origins playthrough. Or whichever playthrough we're on. I'm not sure which one we're on. I think we're on Origins. So yeah, feel free to stick around if you want to watch some more Origins from last year's subathon. Cheers, everyone. Good night.
You're such a good kid.